what's up? Welcome back to Retail Reality. We are really excited for this episode because we got a lot of, I'll just say, some juice to talk about.
Yeah. This is going to be in parts. Our subject matter is going to be past experiences with coworkers that we have either dealt with ourselves or heard about. And yeah,
Yeah, we have a lot of coworker stories to tell, so that's why we're kind of gonna break it up into parts. Hopefully, I'm not gonna put a episode on it, but we do have someone soon as a guest coming on and kind of telling their stories as well. So that's coming
it'll be in the
soon.
subject matter.
Yeah, and like I said, there's gonna be a lot, and it's good stuff. So you're definitely not gonna want to miss any of that.
Yeah. So if you're one of those people that just scroll on by and watch our video and then keep scrolling, maybe you should hit the follow button. It doesn't cost you nothing. Support us, and also we got some good stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna start with one person that an old store I used to work at. This girl. My first day at the store, I see this girl. She works in a totally different department than me. But she's walking down the aisle and she's in this tiny little skirt and these fishnets. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's how we roll at this store. The dress code was a lot more lax at that store, obviously, but that was let's just say I saw her later and she was not wearing the fishnets anymore. But yeah. And this girl was such a tweak. I don't know how no one noticed because I could tell just by looking at her. And she would literally have breakdowns on the aisle. I'd be walking down just the main run, and I'd see her sitting on the aisle, just bawling, throwing her hands, flailing. I was like, "What is happening?" Right in front of customers. Doesn't matter. She'd always call out because she didn't have gas. She'd run out of gas on her way to work. Just total tweaker. Drove a tweaker mobile too. And then so the first day I met her, that happened. And then the second day I was there at that store, she came to work and she had her hair done exactly like mine. Exactly like mine. It looked not good on her. I'll just say that. But yeah, exactly like mine. Little sketch. Yeah.
Well, the skirt and the fishnets thing, that's crazy enough, but the fact that she didn't even look good in it just looked like a whole mess walking around.
No, she looked like one of those 80-second tweakers, catch my drift on that one.
Yeah, and not the ones you're willing to spend money on either. But
I don't think there's a lot of those on 80-second. If we're being real.
nah, but and didn't you tell me that her first day too, she complimented your hair and said how she really liked it and it looked good, and then that's when she showed up the next day.
Yeah, that was the only interaction I had with her at all, personally, was she came up and was like, "Oh my god, I love your hair. It looks so good." And then the next day she came in. The very next day she came in and had her hair done exactly like mine. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I hate people like that. The second they see something they like about you, they just go and do it to themselves or buy whatever for themselves to be like you. I get it, but don't be like me.
If it looked good on her, I wouldn't have cared. I would not have cared at all. I'm not gonna lie, but it did not. It was really bad. It was real bad. But yeah.
Yeah, I remember her she was definitely crazy. But just you could tell she was like a walking zombie. Half the time you see her, she'd be this she'd almost look dead. She had no emotion, she just sounded dead. But then the other days she might have sniffed a little something before she came to work, and she had all this energy and she's all
Yeah.
talkative, and I couldn't stand her, but she's been gone, so that's been nice.
Yeah, I don't know what actually finally happened to her. I'm
Yeah.
sure they might have found out one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of drugs, I remember that one guy that also worked in that department that got
Oh,
raided.
yeah. So I was actually there that day.
Yeah.
There's this guy who he didn't even work there for that long, but he was another one of those dudes. Like, he was younger too, but he was one of those dudes where it's like you look at him and he's definitely on something.
Yeah.
Like, so there was like a word going around that he was like on his break or whatever. He'd go out to the parking lot and he'd be selling drugs to I don't know who.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
So then people obviously hear what's going on, and so they a week or two after that, the like I'll just call them the security people, they raided his locker at work without him knowing, which I learned that they could do if they have like a probable cause type of
Just
thing
like the
going
cops.
on.
Yeah. You sign paperwork usually.
Yeah, so they raid his locker, and I don't know what kind, but they found drugs in there.
Oh, I
So
guarantee it was heroin. I looked at him and was like, "You do heroin." I'm just really good at telling what kind of drugs people are on. I've been around a lot of things in my life.
and for all we know, that could have been one of the 10 drugs that they found, because that
Probably.
guy he looked like a mess.
Yeah.
But so they raid his locker, find it, fire him. But it's like, why doing this at work? Like, just go do it when you get off. Go do it before you show up. Like, why are we doing this on our break, where it's like you have all these people around you and you're taking that risk? Like, I get it, you're trying to make your buck, but couldn't have done it like 2 hours earlier or 2 hours later. You got
Just no common sense with druggies.
nah.
Just sad. This kind of stuff happens in retail pretty often, actually.
Yeah, there's like, I mean, I swear you can be walking at work, like, walking around, and you'll see a new one every day, and you're like, they're on something, they're
Yeah.
on something. It's crazy.
Like, who hires these people? Come on.
Yeah, I've talked about that, and I could talk about that all day. It's like, where are we finding these people? And like, I get it's retail, so you're not gonna have like some geniuses walking around, but
You have to be picky to an extent. Like,
yeah, like, I feel like during the whole hiring process, you can kind of just tell, like, just by looking at them, like,
and if
okay,
you can't, you should not be hiring people. Like, just
for
saying.
for sure. So there was another thing.
Ooh, we'll call her Sunny. We'll call her Sunny. That's fitting.
She was not Sunny.
No.
for sure. But it was, I'd say, like 4 years ago. Some shit was going down, and so this girl, she eventually, I don't. Do you know how long she was doing this for? Because I don't remember.
She was there when I moved to the store, and then I don't know. I was still pregnant when she left, so it was like within a year of me being there, she was gone.
Okay, so we'll just say like for a year, she was stealing money, whether that be from like cash registers, or we have a room where we kind of keep the money. But she eventually got caught stealing $50,000 of cash, like, throughout the year that she was doing it. I don't know how it took them that long to notice.
Everyone saw so many different things with her, like so many different things.
Yeah, like, didn't you say you saw her in the bathroom one day?
Yes, I was pregnant as fuck. Like, I was like 8 or 9 months pregnant. Like, so I was in the bathroom. I went to the customer bathroom, and I was waiting for the big stall because I'm, super pregnant. I don't want to get in one of those small cramped stalls with my big old belly. And so I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, and this person in the big stall is taking their time. And so I like kind of look through the crack in the baby changing station is down because that's directly in front. You can't see the toilet in the big stall. You can see the baby changing station, and it's down, and someone's in there rolling something. And I am like, oh God, okay. And I'm like, I'm pregnant. I'm not gonna say nothing at that point. I'm like, just get out, please. And Sunny pops out and walks right by me and just leaves the restroom, doesn't make eye contact. I'm like, okay. And I walk in there and I look at the baby changing station, and there is a bunch of stuff. There was like some tobacco, a little bit of green stuff, and some powder. It was like yellow tinted, not white powder. It was like yellow tinted. So it was a little more hardcore there. And yeah, she was doing that at work. And then I would hear about her like just disappearing. She would literally like just leave notes at a desk, her manager's desk, be like, couldn't find you, I had to go, bye, like all the time.
And you'll never guess what she looked like. Like, you will have no idea. She looked like a tweaker. And
I mean, kind of. She looked like she was on drugs. I wouldn't say a tweaker. She looked like she was on drugs. Yeah.
I guess I'm just, my hate is too deep. I'm like, you're a tweaker, you're a tweaker, you're a tweaker. But yeah, so it was like a whole big news story too, that she got caught with this, and it took a while for her to get caught, which, I mean, I guess good for her, but I also heard once she got caught, she spent like all the money she stole. So, but she had to pay it back. So I don't know the whole story of how she did that, or if she did that, or what's going on
It's
with that.
usually through the courts, I believe. They like press charges and you have to go through the courts, and yeah.
But she messed up.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
was messed up. I remember sitting in the room because I was like doing something on the computer, and she was sitting there talking to these two ladies. She was like, "Oh, don't judge me, but they're putting me on like a clinical trial to try out this new medication for my, I don't know, bipolar or something crazy." And she was like, "Yeah, they're putting me on ketamine," which I don't know if you know. Ketamine is like it's a horse tranquilizer, which a lot of people use to trip the fuck out. And you go into K-holes, and it's a pretty hardcore thing. I've seen it a lot in like raves, and
yeah.
a lot of things like that. And I was just like, whoa, no one's gonna put you on ketamine. Like, what is happening? Like, okay.
I said, yeah, like I know exactly what's going on. I do have to say though, when you were pregnant at work, that was some of the best days because we worked in the same cooler together, and so I'd always find this. I'd be opening boxes, trying to fill whatever I need, and I open a box, and oh my god, here's a box full of Reese's peanut butter cups, or
yeah, I always had a box
Twinkies.
filled with snacks.
I never said anything, but every day I'd go take a little dig in there and grab something, hoping you would notice it's gone. But yeah, I definitely did that.
Yeah. I had one manager that ate all of my Twinkies out of that box. Well, I was pregnant as fuck, and he's still on my hit list. If you're watching, by the way, you owe me Twinkies.
And mind you, this was what, 3.5 years ago?
Yeah, 3.5, 4 years ago. Yeah.
So he dipped out of our place without giving you the Twinkies.
Yeah,
But
I still remember.
We know where he's at. Yeah. So I guess I have one more.
Yes.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy too, but
Okay.
and it doesn't involve a tweaker that I know of either, which is crazy.
Yeah,
But
everyone's been about drugs. There's a lot of that in the retail world. Okay, higher better, people.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
But I worked at this store, then I transferred to this store, was there for like 4 years. I transferred back to my original one for a month, and then now I transfer back to the one I went to before. But so the one I went back to, like I said, I was there for like a month, so I didn't really know many people there. But this happened, I want to say like a week or two after I left. But there's always in every store there's like a person who he'll they'll get there at like 4 in the morning, kind of deal with all the vendors, like make sure everything's going with them, do their paperwork, whatever they got going on. But and this dude he was a cool dude too. Like we talk every morning because I'd get there at I think 6, so I'd see him pretty early. But there was one morning that like he thought there was like a delivery driver pulling up, so he opened the loading dock and there was nobody there or no truck there. And then I guess he forgot to shut it or something, or he forgot to lock it. Because then where at this place the docks are on one end and his like little desk is all the way down the other end in the back. So he's on the opposite side. But the he looks over in the loading dock, the door is open, and then all of a sudden he sees this dude like in a hood, and he sees him like charging at him. And I don't know if he charged at him because he was scared or because he was trying to steal and there's somebody there, so he's trying to, beat his ass and kind of get a little easy lick, I guess. And he the guy who works there ends up getting his ass beat. And
So fucked up.
yeah, he was gone for a while after that too. Like I don't really know what happened after that.
I would just not even just from the physical, but from the mental trauma. Like that should not happen at work. That's fucked up.
Yeah, and like this guy, he wasn't old, but he was like a pretty short guy. So like he was in a way like an easy target, but like yeah, he just that happened, and I didn't hear much of what else happened after the fact, but it's crazy that it happened like a week or two after I had left. But I do feel bad for the guy because like he's a cool dude. Like we'd talk about sports or whatever, but it's just crazy that like that even happened. And that store, it's in a pretty nice area too, which makes it even a little crazier that that happened compared to like I'm sure stores you've been at or stores I've been at. Like that one is like probably in the nicest area out of all the ones I can think of.
Yeah, that is like, that's just a horrible situation. Like I can't even imagine. If I was in the back and like someone pulled up that bay door and came at me, oh man,
Yeah.
I would let so much anger out.
Yeah.
It would be a good time for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you had the time of your life.
But that's just so fucked up. Because like to not be expecting that and to have someone like sneak up on you and like just beat the shit out of you while you're just sitting there doing your job. Like customers don't think about that stuff. Customers and like they just don't think about the stuff that we actually deal with. It's not just annoying customers, okay?
Although you guys are really annoying.
Yeah, we know. Like we know you need help, okay? We're there to help, but come on, give us a break. But like if you run into us and we're in a bad mood, there's probably a freaking reason why. Like there's a lot of shit that happens and that we put up with every day.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that might not be an everyday situation, thank God, but like that is like it's just not okay. Like
yeah. The worst part about the guy is he didn't hear the doors open, and they're pretty loud. So like you can hear it when they're opening from pretty far, but he didn't hear it open. And from what I've heard, he kind of just turned his head, and as soon as he turned, he sees the guy like charging at him, and at that point the guy's like pretty close to him, so he almost had like no time to react to it and at least try to defend himself. But so that like I feel terrible for that guy. I will say though, props to him. Like I heard he did like come back to work like a couple weeks later, which is crazy. But I mean, the dude's a unit, I guess, because he just shook it off. Like he came back and, from what I heard, acted like nothing happened. So, which is really hard to do when like something of that caliber happens. But good for him. I hope he's doing good.
Yeah, I'm sure that he every time he comes into work now, he makes sure that bay door is locked.
Oh
I
yeah.
guarantee
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Can't blame him at all.
that would be. I would have some PTSD from that for sure.
Yeah. That's just something crazy that like you would never expect to happen, and then when it does, it's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so again, if you guys have any stories, please send them to us.
Yep.
We would love to hear them and to tell people about all of your crazy experiences.
Yes.
We will be doing this in parts, subject matter. We're going to do probably a few with the coworkers, and then we'll do a few with management, and then a few of customers. So there will be lots of stories in there.
Yep.
So if you have any in that subject matter, let us know. If it's outside of that subject matter, totally fine.
Yeah.
Let us know. We would love to hear it. Send it to the email. Drop it in the comments. Yeah.
That sounded so natural. But yeah, like, comment your stories, subscribe, and yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. Welcome to Retail Reality. Have a good one.